Welcome back to the channel. We're almost finished the day here at Tokyo Auto Salon 2022. We're here at the Toyota booth and we're going to be checking out the GRMN Yaris and the new GT3 concept over there. Let's start it off with the GRMN Yaris and let's go check it out.
Yoo-hoo!
All right, here she is. Well, first of all, the paint looks amazing.
Yeah, really good.
And the full carbon hood looks super good. In terms of how it looks, I think it looks incredibly aggressive.
Yeah.
I love the way, this is the circuit version, by the way, and because of these things on the side here, it adds an extra 10 millimeters, about 10 millimeters of extra width. So the body is not actually any wider, but it just has like these things, which, you know, presumably are to deflect some of the air from hitting the tire. Over here, this is the rally version. And I do really like the rally spec wheels and the mud flaps, but I love the way that this looks. Now, the crazy thing that we learned, Jeff, is that the price of this car is pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy. It's a lot.
This is 8.3 million yen.
About 75,000 US.
About 75,000 bucks. Yeah. Is it worth it? Especially considering we were earlier looking at the top fully spec'd out Nissan Z, Fairlady Z, which is actually selling for about 7 million or just about $60,000. So is this car worth another $15,000? What do you think?
I mean, I think it's pretty hard to put a value on this kind of car when it's really limited run, especially in this color. And it is really, really special from the ground up, which I think we'll talk about in a little bit more, but it's hard to value it. And even if you think it's expensive new, this is the kind of car that's gonna hold its value and actually appreciate over time because it is very, very special.
That's true. So if you are buying this car for $70,000, 75,000. Actually, what is really happening is you're making $20,000 on a secondary market when you probably do end up selling this with low mileage. So this is one of those cars that's kind of like, it's a flex to own. It's actually, I think, much cooler than like, say, any other equivalent car for 80 grand. Like you could get like a Porsche, you know, a GT4 or something. But arguably, in terms of the car enthusiast community, this is cooler.
This will get more attention from people who know.
Yes, I definitely agree. And I think the attention is warranted because, well, it's the little details I really like. So just in terms of the visual aesthetic, the way that swan neck just loops over the rear hatch, that looks so cool.
I love that it's like a two-piece set where it's like this carbon piece with the carbon wing stuck on it. That's awesome.
Yes.
That's so unique. You don't really see that on anything else. And then now you can like actually see the real carbon roof.
Yeah, that's true. You can see that nice shiny carbon.
Yeah.
I also really like this paint. This is a kind of matte, shiny,
so stealthy.
matte, stealthy paint.
Very cool.
I'm also a big fan of the lack of unpainted body color, unpainted body cladding, which is a scourge that has infected Subaru. This is a good looking car.
Interesting they changed the tires on it too, because it's Advan, right?
Yeah.
Normally you get the PS4S.
Yeah, these are AO52s.
Yeah. Interesting.
You get them stock.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, they wouldn't have them on there if it didn't come with it, yeah.
This is one of those cars that is going to be something like the Mugen RR.
Yeah.
I think. So
it's real special.
This is going to be a very special car. When you look at it in face value, you're like, well, is it worth spending 80 grand on what is essentially a super expensive limited edition version of a hot hatch? But then again, look at the 22B. Look at the
exactly.
Look at the Mugen RR, which is they're kind of, would you say you know, I'm not well versed enough into all these technicalities, but it's just kind of like the homologation special of kind of like the race, very, very, very circuit oriented or race oriented models. I don't know exactly what its heritage.
I mean, a GR Yaris already is a homologation special, yeah. So it's just obviously increasing taking to the next level.
Yeah.
Performance-wise, and then a lot of really nice add-ons. Like, I mean, it's got like full-on bucket Recaros in there.
Yeah.
Like, sweet. Because like, honestly, even though a normal GR Yaris is really great in like many, many, many ways, really incredible car, but like the seats are not very good in a GR Yaris. They don't have big bolsters. It's actually surprisingly kind of normal.
And now we basically have a full-on tuner spec from the factory, OEM quality,
Yeah.
full-on spec
Yeah.
GR Yaris.
Let me point this out. So you might talk about the difference in price from a regular GR Yaris to this, but how much is a set of Recaros like that?
Right.
How much is it to get wider wheels and tires and all that? You know, we throw thousands of dollars like it's nothing at a normal car, but if you're buying it from the
Yes,
factory, people
exactly.
say, you paid how much for that
Right.
car?
And-
But so much of it's already done.
If you were to buy that wing from Voltex,
Oh,
it would
yeah.
be $3 or $4 grand.
Easy.
The two seats would be about $5
Could be
grand.
$5 grand, yeah.
Wider wheels, $5 grand.
Yeah.
So in terms of the actual value of the parts,
Yeah.
you are actually not getting a bad deal, I think.
Yeah,
But then
agreed.
on top of that, you get the highest spec model that is the most limited.
Yes.
And so actually it's a good deal.
So yeah, all of the add-ons, the bolt-on things for the car, that's all great, but the one thing that really matters above everything else is this right over here.
Now this is cool. This, I think, shows a commitment from Toyota to go beyond just stuff like add-ons and go beyond stuff like suspension tuning and
The things, honestly, that you could kind of easily do yourself,
Yes.
like, oh, wider wheels and tires and better seats and all of that, those are things that you can do yourself. But this is the kind of stuff that they're saying, you know, if you wanted to do this yourself, it's going to cost you tens of
Yes.
thousands of dollars.
Okay, so explain. So what's going on here?
Well, basically, the red strips here that you see everywhere over the car, this is just highlighting all of the extra spot welds above and beyond a normal GR Yaris, which they show you here are 545 spot welds.
Wow. So that alone, if you were to be crazy enough to strip your car to the bare metal
Yeah.
and do this on your own,
Yeah.
this would be like over $10,000.
Oh, way easy,
easily.
way easy, yeah.
Easily.
Yeah. So that's
This
an
is like-
unbelievable amount of work.
Yes, that's an incredible amount of work. I mean, just taking everything apart, just taking the car apart,
Oh, dude,
that'd be like what? A couple $1,000s just for the labor.
nightmare just thinking about doing
Yeah.
that. And
But-
then, so the blue is, I was just talking to Yushi about like, what's the best way to translate this in English? Like, manufacturing bond, adhesive, whatever. So also, again, it's just chassis strengthening, making, you know, more rigid, more firm, more stiff.
Yeah.
And so above and beyond the normal GR Yaris, it says it's an extra 12 meters of that used on it.
Wow. So you have 12 meters more of industrial strength adhesive that is used to actually strengthen the structural integrity of the car.
All of the seams where you can see normally, like where they're putting the metals together.
Yep.
Just extra adhesive, yeah.
Very, very, very cool.
Like this blue, like all around here on the strut towers.
So, what are our final thoughts on the new GRMN Yaris?
I mean, it's unbelievable. It's it's kind of unattainable for a lot of people because the production number is going to be so low. And for people outside of Japan, I mean, you'd be lucky kind of if you ever even see one in your life.
Yes.
Probably. Yeah, it's incredibly awesome.
I agree.
I love that Toyota is just under, you know, Akio Toyota. They're just doing really interesting and cool stuff. They're really pushing the envelope, doing things that they don't need to do, but just exciting normal people like us, enthusiasts like us, about Toyota.
Agreed. I'm very excited about this car. It's a shame we will probably never have had a chance to own it. Our good friend Yushi behind the camera, he's entered the lottery to be able to buy it. You have to enter the lottery because the production numbers are so low.
Yeah.
If he wins, you're basically winning $50,000 because that's because I personally think the resale value of this car, if you keep it low mileage, if you just own it as a collector's item, it's gonna go up in value a crazy amount. So, final thoughts, I think it's cool, I think it's worth it. I'm happy. Thank you, Toyota, for making a car like this.
Thank you, Toyota.
Thank you.
We love it.
Jeff and I are gonna finish off this video series strong with what I think is the coolest car here. It is the GT3 concept from Toyota. Let's check it out. All right, thank you, sir. All right, guys, we got 9% left on this battery, just like our last battery. All right, Jeff, start saying some words.
Dude, I don't know what to say about this thing. It's wild. It's very, very cool. Kind of reminds me of, I don't know, like, what is it? The Mercedes, you know what I mean? What is it?
AMG.
That's the one.
Or AMG GT, GTR.
AMG GT, is that it? GTR, whatever.
I think so.
I don't know. I don't follow Euro cars that much, but it kind of looks like one of those.
The long nose, the very, very long nose.
Yeah, proportions-wise,
Yes.
it kind of reminds me of that. I mean, it looks really cool. If it becomes something real for consumers, that would be great. Otherwise, to be honest, I find it a little hard to get excited about concept cars because you just don't know really what it's going to become, if anything.
Yeah.
But wow.
I think about it in the same way as the Subaru STI ERA concept, which we were looking at over there, and you can see in the previous video up here in the corner. But this concept car, I like it so much because of the little design elements, which again, I hope leak into the future cars. You guys know I love these fender louvers and these huge canards. The way these headlights are shaped, that's really, really cool. These beautiful, huge center locking wheels with these massive rotors. How wide are these tires? It doesn't even tell you. Actually, yeah, you can't even figure out how wide these tires are. It looks like the Batmobile.
It does, yeah. It's got that vibe. It's got that vibe.
Look at that. Almost 4.6 meters long. What? Really? Oh, hang on. Yeah, the length, right?
Yeah.
Wow. 2 meters wide. Wheelbase of 2.3 meters. This thing is massive.
Now, all I'm saying is, there's better not be some fake vents in the rear, man.
Here we go. Can somebody shine a light over here?
Oh, you better not.
What do
All
we got?
right,
What
here
do
we
we
go.
got?
Here
What do
we
we
go.
Fake
Get
vent
it.
check. Fake vent check. There we go. Inconclusive. Inconclusive. Okay.
All right, we'll give it a pass because it's inconclusive.
I'll give it a pass also because it's a concept.
Okay, that's also true. That's also a fair point.
I really like this, well, actually I like this whole LED strip color.
That is cool.
Like that Tron look, it looks so good on the modern cars.
That's a vibe.
Another thing I really like is this toe strap. Yeah, it's this little detail.
Little
this
guy.
is important. This is important because that's like a real commitment to racing.
A lot of people don't realize this zip tie, not a normal zip tie, it's a carbon fiber zip tie.
If you look closely,
You can see the weave.
it's carbon fiber that's been painted over as to
covered in plastic.
and this rear diffuser, I mean, it doesn't look like it's carbon. You know what? This entire car, I have no idea what it's made out of, but it is just a concept. In terms of the shape that it's suggesting, it's an exciting,
Very cool.
exciting silhouette, exciting elements. I mean, the silhouette, just like the STI ERA. Guys, we have switched over to the iPhone because 3 batteries on this beast have finally bit the bullet. So we're gonna finish this off strong on the iPhone 13 Pro. Gonna get it done. And Yushi just said something really interesting. So let's hear what he has to say. What were you saying, Yushi?
I was saying that this could be the new RX-9 with the RX Vision, and this has the same wheelbase, about the same shape, and everybody knows, but Toyota and Mazda are working together now. So it's a possibility that shape like this could be the new RX-9 with EV.
So I really think you're onto something there. I think possibly this could be like the GT racing, like the GT3 class
edition.
interpretation of that road car, or the other way around. The RX-9 is the road car version of this GT3 car. I think that's a very real possibility, and it's exciting to hear Mazda and Toyota working together. Who knows what the future holds for sports cars? I think this could be like the top level of like the first generation of electric sports cars.
Yes.
Yeah. What are your final thoughts as we wrap this up?
It's cool. Toyota, make it. And my other final thought is, if you want ALBO to love you, just be a fender louver. If you want ALBO to hate you, be a fake ass vent.
Yeah, there you go. All right, guys, we are gonna end this video series here. This was a fun day here at Tokyo Auto Salon. I'm pretty exhausted, aren't you?
Very exhausted. Let's go home.
Let's go home. But any last words?
It was a great day. Wish everyone overseas could have come and seen it, but at least you've got these videos, so it's almost as if you were here.
Pretty much. Just imagine you were walking around in our shoes, all sweaty, tired from carrying a bunch of stuff all day. But at the end of the day, it's worth it, and I'm incredibly excited that Japan's automotive manufacturers are showing a commitment to the passion that got us here in the first place. All this JDM spirit is kind of coming back. I can feel it. I feel like this is the final, I don't know if this is final, but it's kind of like a resurgence of the golden era of JDM. So let's see how it goes. And great day. Thanks for...
It's been awesome, man. Thank you.
Thank you for being my co-host all day. Thanks for hanging out. And hope you guys enjoyed the series. Make sure to check out the other videos in this mini-series. If you haven't seen it yet, we check out all the coolest cars here at the Auto Show. And if you've seen them all, thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Peace out, take care, and see you guys later.